about a time you. Okay, we ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Are we doing everything later, or are you doing the pre-roll now?
I think we should just the pre-roll now, and then we'll do the rest of the things later. We could stop after this.
Okay. You know, I have been scammed a time or two, so now I'm a skeptic. I'm like, no. What we're not about to do is take my money. What we're not about to do is waste my time. Now, if you can spot a too good to be true health hack from a mile away and read labels like it's your job, congratulations, you're a skeptic. And Ritual knows that every good skeptic deserves a multivitamin that exceeds your standards. They're clinically backed essentials for women. 18 plus multivitamin is high quality, traceable, key ingredients, and clean bioavailable forms. I absolutely love Ritual. They're so easy to take. I love that they're delayed released, and it makes lets me know that I'm getting what's actually on the label. I mean, I truly love their multivitamin. 97% of women ages 19 through 50 are not getting enough vitamin D for their diet. Ritual's Essential for Women 18 plus has shown an increase in vitamin D levels by 43% in clinical studies. Let me tell you something. Only about 1% of supplement brands on the market have a USP verified mark, which shows the product contains the ingredients actually listed on the label. Ritual's multivitamins are vegan, non-GMO, project verified, gluten and major allergen free, certified B Corp, and made traceable. And let me tell you, with these days getting shorter, you need more vitamin D. No more shady business. Ritual's Essential for Women 18 plus is a multivitamin you can actually trust. Get 20% off your first month for a limited time at ritual.com/crew with a K.
Crew with a K.
Start Ritual and add Essential for Women 18 plus to your subscription today. That's ritual.com/crew with a K for there you go, for 20% off.
And 5, 4, 3, 2. What up, y'all? Welcome to Here's the Thing. I'm Kevin on stage.
That chick Angel.
Welcome to another podcast episode. Smash that like button. Smash that notification button. Bangers, Welcome to Here's the Thing live. Shout out to you, LA, and Tacoma, and Sacramento.
Sacktown.
Great shows all weekend. Some greater than others.
Much greater.
This week, Nashville and St. Louis. You guys are doing well in ticket sales. We'd love to sell it out.
Yeah.
We'd really love that. Venues love when you're, sold out completely. By the way, DC is completely sold out. Not one ticket left.
Jeez.
0 for DC, which is one of our final shows.
What about President Biden when he comes?
He won't be pulling up. Okay. And no comps for you, Biden. Your picture on Twitter freaked me out. So I definitely I'm not holding no comps. Atlanta's the next to sell out. It's like less than 100 tickets or something like that, I believe. We're doing well. We're doing well. Now that we're over the hump of Tacoma and Sacramento, everything else is looking up. Even Birmingham at the Lyric Theater is looking fantastic.
Birmingham.
All right. So, as you very well know, the Super Bowl was this weekend. Angel, you were at a Super Bowl party.
I was.
You weren't turned towards the TV for much of it.
I know. I didn't.
As hardly anybody was at that party.
Yeah, I saw when they went into overtime.
You did?
I said, look at that. Look at that.
What's your expert analysis on the game and why the team that won?
I think the power of, the camaraderie, teamwork, Taylor Swift. You mix that together and you get a what? Super Bowl. You see that?
That's your...
That is right there.
Camaraderie, teamwork, and Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes. What is his name?
Wow.
Mahomes.
That's what I said. He played good, I'm assuming, from what I could see. But there was a video I saw where somebody went to tackle him but tackled somebody else. Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
Like quite literally hit somebody that did not have the ball, and Patrick just went around him.
I didn't see that.
I'm going to find it. And then Travis Kelce, I'm sure he did. Travis, I'm sure he did something amazing too. I think what was confusing is that there was a lot of the same color on the field.
A lot of red.
It's very confusing. It's very confusing on who is your teammate, who is not. They should have changed it, made it purple or blue for the sake of the Super Bowl. But everybody knows the real winner was Usher Raymond.
Usher Raymond.
Like, I don't even know why we would talk about the teams. Usher came out there with his 40 in his big fours.
You're 45.
In his big fours, in his white outfit to begin with, okay? Walking all debonair, sound mic on, okay? He had skaters. I don't recall skaters ever being at the Super Bowl.
You know, I don't recall either.
I don't know either.
And then there was a skater who did a backhand spring on the skates. I worked with him.
Did you?
On
the Disney
Saturdays.
show?
Yes, did. That's why I'm phenomenal.
Saturdays.
That's why I'm so phenomenal at skating. So phenomenal.
So, obviously, Patrick Mahomes, that's his third Super Bowl, I believe.
Oh, this man is doing well.
6 straight AFC championships. If all goes well, he's probably got more Super Bowls than most quarterbacks outside of maybe Tom Brady, Terry Bradshaw, Joe Montana. I can't think of many that have
There's a reason why
3.
he has a $450 million contract.
Yeah.
This is his third Super Bowl, and he's been in the league for how long?
Less than 10 years.
I think like 6 years as a starter. He's been in 7 years, but I think it's 6 years as a starter. Who else has? Troy Aikman has 3. I think Steve Young has 2.
Do you think he's gotten all these Super Bowl rings because he's just on a phenomenal team, or is he just that dope?
He is a big part of the reason the team wins.
Tell me why.
He makes a lot of great plays. Earlier in his career, he had a good amount of offensive weapons. Tyreek Hill. He's always had Travis Kelce. Tyreek Hill, he had great running backs. I don't know them by name. This season was probably his weakest crop of wide receivers. They led the league in drops. The first time in the history of the NFL, the team that led the league in drops won the Super Bowl. Travis Kelce is great. But Patrick Mahomes makes average people look good. It's what Tom Brady does well.
He's also very young. He's only 28.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Tom Brady did that very well. He would make, I remember the Seahawks, the year the Seahawks had Deion Branch won the Super Bowl and he was Super Bowl MVP. And then the Seahawks got him and he sucked forever after that. And I was like, I think Tom Brady made you look better than you were. You didn't, when you came to our team, you didn't do very much good. But Tom Brady would just be so good. He'd be like me, you, and Josh would probably have 100 yards receiving in the Super Bowl if we had Patrick Mahomes. Like that, he'd be making people look amazing. He makes a lot of plays, and also the 49ers were being held like crazy on a lot of key plays. I mean, like literally tackled by the offensive lineman.
That's what I was saying.
I mean, I'd be like, dog, y'all not calling this?
Are you blind? That's what I was saying.
It's the script.
It's the script. But anyway, the biggest thing about the Super Bowl was Usher Raymond and his performance.
It was great.
What were your initial thoughts, Angel?
I knew he was gonna kill it because Usher was built for this. Loved his first outfits, the whole all white situation. Not too sure about the black and the blue.
It had abs on it already on the outside.
Yeah, I was just like, what is this?
He like Mega Man.
Yeah. I was like, what is going on here? Obviously, Alicia Keys was flawless.
Just one flaw. Just want to say.
What do you mean?
I know they fix it in post on the NFL's page.
Is it really?
Oh no, did you not hear?
No.
Oh, on the NFL's YouTube page, they fixed her voice.
That's that AI.
All the way through?
The big one.
I thought she did phenomenal.
The big one.
Because when I went to listen back to it, I was like, oh, there was more.
There's TikToks that have caught it.
There's more after that.
Angel. The NFL was like, what? No, what do you mean? What do you mean? Let me find it for you. See, that's what was in my doggone docket that I couldn't find.
Oh, no.
The NFL was like, don't you worry about a thing. Let me see. Okay, here's Usher Super Bowl performance. Live, the whole thing. Here's Usher Super Bowl performance. Hush, Kevin. Hush, I said. Okay, let me just fast forward to the part where Alicia Keys come out.
I guess I gotta give you part two of my confession.
All right, this is Alicia Keys on the piano. This is on the NFL's YouTube page.
That's all I heard, guys.
Okay.
That is all I heard.
Now, let me show you this TikTok that I found where they were like,
That's definitely not.
Absolutely not.
That's exactly what I heard.
No hate to Alicia Keys, but I remember that voice cracking last night. But when you go on the NFL YouTube channel, that voice ain't cracking no more.
That's what we just heard.
Don't sell these people a lie. We all heard it go we all heard it.
Yes.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you might hear me, Angel, or Josh say we'll fix it in post. That's what we mean. Something happened live or on set or on a take, and they're
it
like,
didn't happen.
They smoothed that out as
They
if
said-
nobody saw that. Nobody heard that.
that's also what auto-tunes use all the time in music, and people just associate it with like T-Pain.
Yeah.
What it's usually used for is correcting pitch.
But only slight corrections.
Of the-
It's supposed
that's
to
a
only
swap.
be for, that was definitely
that's
a swap.
a swap, Kev.
That
That's
was,
not.
That ain't auto-tune?
Oh,
There's no
absolutely
fix.
not.
There's no fix and key for. Well,
She-
allegedly, like I said, I only heard the good. Her brother follows me, so I'm not trying to block any blessing that
There
might be
w-
coming my way.
What's his name? Albert Keys?
No, his name's Cole.
Cole Keys?
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, no, that was an auto-tune. They swapped a different vocal.
They said, sing it now in the back.
Yes,
We
yes,
have a
yes.
studio on
We'll
site.
add the ambient noise. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about none of it. It was just like what unfortunately, what a lot of us expected, but it didn't happen.
Well, the thing was that was like,
When the scene opened up to her, I was like, oh no.
well, she was playing her own song.
I know.
I knew if he brought her out, they were going to sing My Boo. But the thing that was funny is like, there's been a running joke about the quality of her voice deteriorating through the
Since-
years. There's one of my favorite memes is her playing the piano. She's just like, "Ah!" Like it's funny. It's funny. I'm sorry, Alicia.
Yeah,
You just won a Grammy for Best Immersive Surround Sound Album.
we're like, what is that?
So I was like, honestly, I was like, okay, this time on the biggest stage, here's your chance to prove all these people wrong.
She's like,
Here
you
is your
guys are
moment.
right.
And she said, I said, not the first note,
That's gotta suck.
the first
And she
thing.
had to do the whole song. She actually cracked multiple times. I went back to watch his whole performance again, and I was like, wait, you cracking again? Is you just didn't have a strong voice? She must have been like lost her voice. It was just like,
Well, this is the
I
thing,
think-
girl. You is the keys. Bring it down.
that's how I feel about all of her songs though. I feel like all of her songs
She sets
are
herself
at
up for that.
Her like if she's like, this is the last note I can hit, like
She
as far
starts
as
there.
she starts one note above.
She was on them folks on that We Are the World documentary.
well.
Well.
I'm like, girl, just Beyonce even brings down her songs.
Listen.
If you listen to her performing some of her songs back when she was in her early 20s to now, you gonna hear like a whole step and a half down. She's like, bring it to the basement.
Down. I'm in my big fours.
And my
I'm not
ovaries
chasing
big.
those notes. You want to listen to that? Go listen to my old albums. Mariah Carey ain't trying those high E, C over E.
No.
What?
Girl, your voice is a muscle as well.
Yes.
Vince Carter was, to me, the greatest in-game dunker I've ever seen my life. 20 years into his career, he's laying it up, baby. He can't jump over people no more. He's like, and I'm here.
That's it.
Your voice is a muscle like the rest of your body is muscle. That thing get tired. It'll have old nip it towards the end. She can't do that stuff no more.
Oh,
Her voice
no.
like, bro, I'm done with that.
It's like you have used me up. Now let me tell you who still got them notes is Anita Baker.
So do.
That's why
Patti
she be
LaBelle.
talking.
Ain't nothing changed with her for my whole life.
No, because I quite literally when I went to her concert, I was like, "Oh, you're hitting every note."
And Auntie always gonna do what's right.
Oh yeah, and
She congratulated me
was
on
showing up.
Churchy, by the way.
Did she?
Yes, which airs this week. By the time you're watching this, it'll air
That night, right?
tomorrow
No, the
night.
next- tomorrow.
Or
Thursday.
I guess it would be midnight.
Is it?
Midnight in your time zone. It says available on the 15th, so that usually means it starts midnight of the previous night. Again, quick church announcements. I can't believe I forgot about this. I was so focused on touring. Make sure y'all download BET Plus and watch Churchy. All 8 episodes. I don't care what you got to do. I don't care what you do while you're watching it. Try some sex, hot wax, scat play, wet play,
I don't understand how the correlation
read the
is.
Bible, make stew, read to your children. Just watch all 8 all the way
Yes,
through. Run it
all
back
the
2 or
way
3
through.
times because we get season 2. Who knows who might be in the show?
Is
We
it
might
weekly?
be
Is it weekly?
It's all at one. You can binge it.
Oh.
Might get Wendell Pierce. We could get Anthony Hopkins. We could get Nicole Bihari.
Denzel Washington.
Denzel.
Jeffrey
I'd love
Wright.
to
You'll
get
get
Denzel.
all those. You'll get all those.
Jeffrey Wright. Why not? I shook his hand. I took a picture.
He would definitely play a competing pastor.
I would
Jonathan
love
Majors.
Denzel, and I'll act him down.
Who do you
He
hear?
thinks that he can't be acted down by somebody who don't have near the skill he does. He's wrong.
Oh, you gonna chew him up in the screen?
People gonna be like, "Who is this young, beautiful, handsome man who making Denzel look like a day one actor? Maybe just reading Stanislavski or Uta Hagen for the first time."
Of course, that's what we all expect of you.
What if Donald Glover's like, I want to play you in the second season?
You're out, Donald Glover. You had your stuff. You had Atlanta, and you have that little shooting show with that woman.
Do you think seeing a therapist or a psychiatrist would be helpful, but you don't have the time to actually find one or meet with them or afford them? Try Talkspace. By doing everything online, Talkspace has made getting help you want easy, accessible, and affordable. I do therapy virtually as well, and I don't think there'd be any other way that I'd be able to do it with my schedule, with me touring, with me being so busy with my kids. While I want to be able to prioritize my mental health, I don't know how I've been able to work it into my schedule. But luckily, with Talkspace, I am able to. Luckily, with Talkspace, you would be able to do that as well. Being able to get into your schedule and afford it. With Talkspace, you can sign up online and get a personalized match with a provider that's right for you, typically within 48 hours. It's incredibly convenient to have virtual sessions with your licensed therapist from the comfort of your home. There's no need to commute to appointments, miss time at work, or line up childcare in order to attend sessions. It's a mental health care made easy. Talkspace is secure and private, using the latest end-to-end bank-grade encryption technology to store client information, complying with the latest HIPAA regulations. As a listener of this podcast, you'll get $80 off your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com/crew with a K. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com/crew with a K to get $80 off your first month and show your support for this show. That's Talkspace.com/crew with a K.
So anyway, watch Churchy, or you're not a fan of mine, and you don't love your family, and you don't love support Black people, and you hate me.
Josh, why are you a troll?
What did I say?
You heard
I was just
Kevin was
pitching.
like, I'm going to ignore what he just said.
I was just pitching ideas.
I'm just going to go right on over here.
I'm just pitching friends of the pod.
But anyway, back to the to the Usher Bowl. I'm okay. Here's my only critique. It's my only critique.
What?
I feel like Usher played a little bit too many songs.
He
It felt
had
like
to.
he did not.
I loved it.
That was
He
my-
it was like snip it in a piece, little bit of that, snip it in a piece of that. I was like, you don't have to do every song you ever made.
He didn't,
He
though.
sang the happy birthday song in there too. I was like, why are you doing this? He was singing there. He's like, this little light of mine.
Because he had to
I'm gonna
re-prove
let it
who
shine.
he is.
He don't have to prove nothing to us, baby.
No, to us, no. But the others, y'all, he's like, y'all done forgot.
It was now that's what I call music. This song and this song and this song and
because
this
this
song.
was his advertisement for his tour.
No,
this was not.
Listen, it's a nitpick. It's a nitpick, and I feel like it was well sequenced. You want to know what I found out this morning that I did not know? There was a tweet of her playing the guitar, right? And somebody was like, "I want y'all to know," and I'm not hating. She's not playing that.
I can believe that.
And I sent it to my friend who's a professional industry musician. I said, they lying. He's like, no. I mean, she's playing,
But
she
she's
just
not-
pre-recorded that
Yeah.
because the Super Bowl doesn't allow any live music played.
Or it's not
too many
on.
things.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not plugged up.
It's all pre-recorded. Every
Wait,
note.
even the drums? They had two sets of drums.
You know
out
what?
there.
I hit him. One of those were for Aaron Spears. Shout out Aaron Spears.
of
Rest
the
in
pod.
peace. He passed away. He used to be Usher's drummer. Let me check in with my guy. He didn't. I
one
said,
was
"What's the
for
drummer
Aaron?
doing?" The one left open was for Aaron
That's
Spears.
pretty cool.
Yeah. But I didn't know that. It's all sequenced and pre-recorded.
I didn't know that
And they're just like, and then I watched her play, and as a guitarist myself, I was like, is that the note that goes right there?
So maybe
No,
Alicia.
I've
Alicia
watched
wasn't
as well.
actually singing.
No,
This
the
is the
vocals were
problem.
live.
That's
That's
the-
the other
that's
thing
why
he
I was
said.
like-
He said, now the vocals are live.
Why did they
Kevin.
pre-record her so she wouldn't have to worry?
Kevin.
No, apparently Prince, I don't know. Somebody said Prince was really playing, but after that, they stopped doing it. I don't know, Angel. Most people lip sync. Usher's mic was on.
Oh, I know.
I wasn't rocking with whoever was mixing the audio for the entire night, though.
Yeah, I wasn't rocking with that mixer either.
They did Alicia wrong. They did Usher wrong.
I turned the world into the A. I turned the world.
I was like,
First of all, I thought that stage was gonna break.
Everybody was worried.
Everybody
was worried.
In the Super Bowl was standing on that stage.
They
it was
were
like
jumping.
So where does it rank for you? Top 5 Super Bowl performances that you've seen.
Number 3.
Number 3. What's 1 and 2?
I would say the West Coast one.
Ooh, that was fun.
Would probably be my number 2 because it was so big. It was such a big spectacle. And of course, only because I'm a fan of hers, Beyonce would be my
Beyonce solo or when she was with Bruno Mars?
solo. I didn't need Coldplay and Bruno and
Don't
Kendrick.
push them off to the
I
side.
didn't need them. I needed Kelly and Michelle. That's also probably why it was more so my favorite. We don't ever get to see those two ladies together, and that was the last time. Other than women, was that before or after Coachella? Did they come out for Coachella?
I think that was.
It's been a minute. I don't remember.
I know.
I think that was before because that was when it was in Santa Clara. That's when they played at the 49ers is when Beyonce performed. And I think that was before Coachella.
And the only reason why I'm not saying Prince is I can't. I remember Prince's stage.
Yeah. I don't remember
I
the
can't
full.
remember the performance.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I were to go back, he would probably push somebody out. Same thing with Michael's. It happened in what, 1993, 92?
Oh, Lord.
92.
I wasn't
That's
here.
what I'm saying. That one, I feel like I've always known that, but I know for sure I was not watching that live.
Exactly. Like those clips of him
Standing.
showing up everywhere.
Yeah.
That was
That
great.
was here, I believe. I think that was at the Rose Bowl. If I'm not mistaken.
It was 93. The clips of him standing everywhere was dope. I personally thought the stand did not move for too long when I was recently watching the clip. I was like, yeah, that is a flex.
The stand? Oh, his stand. Him standing.
It was definitely a flex, but to me does not make a good performance when you got 13 minutes.
It's always something that people reference to tell you how much gravitas Michael had.
Yeah.
That he just could stand there and look.
Command stardom.
And absolutely, because you're right. To have 13 minutes, I would be like, and the first 2 is me doing this.
Yes.
And then I'll do this.
Right.
And people are like,
That was, if I'm talking about performances, that would not have done it for me. But again, I don't recall I only remember the beginning of Michael Jackson. I don't remember the rest. So that's the only reason why he's not in the category for me. Is just, I just don't recall it.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch Prince's live. I tweeted about this the other day. Because of Janet Jackson Gate, after that, I used to watch Super Bowls at my church all the way up until the Prince Super Bowl.
Never again.
And that Prince Super Bowl, when he came on, I was like, here we go. And the pastor went over and turned the TV off. And they're like, we don't know what Prince might do. You know, Prince had a reputation for booty out.
Yeah, he would show them cheeks.
And with Janet Jackson, and they turned it off. And I don't remember YouTube being as prevalent then. Prince was like 2009 or 7?
YouTube, if it was 7, that was the begining of YouTube.
Yeah. What year was Prince? Do you know?
Oh, no.
What do y'all know?
Remember.
Patreon, do y'all know? I know it was before 2010. I just don't remember if it was 2009
And
or 2007.
I don't even, in 2009, I don't know how much people were even uploading.
Okay, it's 2007.
2007.
I feel like YouTube was not like.
No,
I
no.
know I couldn't go and just watch it.
But also it was funny viral moments, like one-offs. It
Like
wasn't.
cats
It wasn't
playing piano
like,
and stuff.
Yeah.
No.
It definitely wasn't. I remember
It was
YouTube at the
Charlie.
beginning.
It was Charlie bit my finger.
Yeah, it wasn't full like performances like it is now.
Hell no.
And I remember being so. At that moment, well, 2007, I was what?
25. No, you're 3 years younger than me, 24.
I remember being like, I don't have to watch the Super Bowl here anymore.
Yeah, I don't have to be here with y'all.
The biggest reason it was at the church, I watched at the church, is because they had big TVs. At that time of my life, I didn't have big TVs.
Well, big TVs and usually it was a potluck.
And a potluck. So it was like, and listen, at that time of my life, that was too. I ain't got to pay.
Free food,
and the big TV.
Some good chili.
But after that, I said, I don't know. I'm old enough. You can't decide what I get to watch.
Right.
I'm going home. And then we started having Super Bowl parties. For me, I remember Beyonce's performance with Bruno Mars as a more energetic performance. Whose performance was that? Was it Bruno Mars's?
Coldplay's. I kept saying it was Bruno Mars's.
It was Coldplay Super Bowl?
It was Coldplay's.
They don't even go in my memory.
I thought it was Bruno's because I remember thinking doesn't have enough songs for him to be headlining.
Yeah.
But they were telling me yesterday, no, it was Coldplay's. And I was like, no.
Did Bruno have one by himself, or that's the only time
I
we've
thought
seen
that
him?
was the one.
I think Bruno had one by himself.
That was it.
I'm looking it up because I was like, I don't remember nothing about Coldplay, so I don't know if I'm thinking of if that was like Hooligan. Okay, so we got, obviously we have Usher this year, Rihanna last year. We have the West Coast one. We have The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, Maroon 5. I like those songs, but Justin Timberlake, the second time, 2018. Don't really remember.
I don't
that was
remember
Man of the Woods era.
No, this is Tennessee Kids. University of Minnesota marching band. I don't remember any of these. Lady Gaga, get her out. Coldplay, which had Beyonce, Bruno Mars, Mark
Okay,
Ronson,
then that's the one.
Katy Perry. Bruno Mars by himself
He was
was
in
2 years
2014.
ago before that. That's the one I liked.
Yeah, he was in 2014.
2014 is the Bruno Mars I'm talking
Let
about.
me tell you, I don't remember that one.
Beyonce by herself was 2013.
I remember that one.
Madonna, my memory has said, who cares? The
Madonna
Black Eyed
did a-
Peas did the Super Bowl?
The Madonna did a cartwheel in hers, and I'll never forget.
Perfect cartwheel.
She said, I said, that's when you know you're old. When you say, what about we throw in a cartwheel right here? Yeah, the Black Eyed Peas had one.
I'm sorry.
You don't remember? I'm sorry to this man.
My brain has, first of all, speaking of Black Eyed Peas, I thought Will.i.am was Kanye for at least 2 minutes of him being up there.
He was T-Pain.
I said, Kanye, I was like, Kanye does not have no songs with Usher, if I can
was
remember.
like, CeeLo and T-Pain are here at the daggone Super Bowl performing.
Getting up. Or they looking different.
Jermaine was rounder than normal.
And so was Will.i.am.
Yes.
And Jermaine pulled his socks up for that performance.
First
Yeah.
of all, them doggone Easter socks he had. My sister had those every Easter.
Kev, those were Louis.
They were.
I don't care.
No,
Louis
they were
Vuitton.
Dolce and Gabbana is what they were. I thought
They were
Louis?
Oshkosh Bagosh.
He looked like Benjamin Franklin to me. Like he was about to go out there with a kite and wait for electricity
I'm
to hit
already
it.
Tell
to
you
see
what.
the wizard.
Something being designer does not make it
Yes, it does.
beautiful by
Kev,
default.
It does.
Kev.
Them socks, first of all, it's way too much activity. Y'all look at it. He put on his Instagram like they Louis. That's what I feel like he was saying. First of all, them was some heavy duty socks. They had a compartment, like a little part for
Put
coins.
a gun in there.
Why do you have all that on socks?
Because you don't know when you might need something, Kevin.
You don't need. You know what, Angel? Let me get you a quarter for the payphone. I keep a little in my sock. Now I kept some money and some change in my sock, but it's just to the meat of my skin and the sock. He was like, "Nah, I'm gonna flip this up and put it in there."
Yes, this is like the man bra.
The man bra.
Because we be putting stuff in there, and then but y'all ain't got that.
We don't have that.
Y'all only thing y'all got is the socks.
Yeah, for me, I believe it was up there. I'm sorry, Beyonce. I don't remember this. I'm getting older. I think her Super Bowl performance was prior to Self-Titled, if I'm not mistaken. Then if it was 2013 February.
It was right before her Mrs. Carter tour.
When did Self-Titled come out? Sometime in 2013, right?
Yes, because she dropped that during the Mrs. Carter tour.
She dropped what?
Self-titled while she was touring.
Okay, I don't remember the Miss Carter tour. Okay,
that
December
was when
2013.
she had the B stage. The first time she ever had the B, like there was, you could sit either by the stage or be in a pit by the stage, or you could be around the B stage. That was the first time she had a stage that wasn't the main stage.
Don't know what
You
you're
don't
talking
remember
about.
that? Okay.
My first concert for Beyonce was Run the World, Run the World. Yes, Run the World. We run this town.
The
Her and
way
Jay-Z?
you're trying to
On the
convince-
run.
On the run.
Okay,
Oh, that's
that's
that big four.
I was like,
That's
why you not clicking with me
I was
on the
like-
run?
I was like, so you went
OTR
to
was
a
yeah.
Beyonce Jay-Z concert.
I went to, I said my first concert with Beyonce was On the World. On the run. On
No,
the
I'm
run.
clarifying that it was not a Beyonce concert. It was Beyonce and Jay-Z concert.
Well, I'm just saying I went to the concert with Beyonce was
no,
there.
which is the one you went to at Dodger Stadium?
I believe that was On the Run.
They were
were
doing
in the
no,
Rose
they were
Bowl.
doing they did the Rose Bowl for both
Yeah.
of them. Yeah,
Was Dodger Stadium's
That might
the
have been
first time I saw her
Self-Titled.
was with Jay-Z for sure.
So it was on the run.
Okay, On the Run.
It might have been on the run 1.
I feel you went to both on the runs. I don't think so.
I feel like I've been to everything since that tour.
Oh, okay,
Did she do a tour for Lemonade? I don't think so, right?
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
did.
There was one
Yeah.
that I feel like you went to because you made a video at Dodger Stadium.
I remember. So the first one I went to, I believe, was at the Rose Bowl, and I was way up. And I remember church people were still mad at me and Melissa for going.
That's the first on the run.
Okay, so that must have been On the Run. Dodger Stadium, I went a little bit down, but still way high up. That must have been the Self-Titled tour, or what was that tour called? The one where she was doing self-titled music.
I don't know because she was on tour when she dropped self-titled. No, she was on tour. Wait a minute, which one has Surfboard? Surfboard? Which one is that?
That's self-titled.
Or is that?
That's the Drunken Love
then
album.
she was on tour already when that music came out.
With what music came out?
That album. She dropped that while she was in the middle of a tour.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
I
now
remember.
you understand. I'm like,
Correct.
she was on
I
the
remember
tour.
now.
Yeah.
Drunken Love Tour? Was it called Drunken Love Tour? Miss Carter World Tour? Okay, cool. Anyway, her one with Bruno Mars was more energetic to me. So I think I believe Usher's probably second.
Who was first?
I think the Bruno Mars one was my most entertaining one, I believe.
Him by himself?
Yeah, Beyonce, when she had the Michael Jackson suit on, was that when she came with Coldplay?
Yes, when she had on the Black Panther-ish outfits.
I didn't like those dual headlining.
Yeah.
Not enough time.
Kendrick Lamar came out on that one too.
Okay, cool. Yeah. It's somewhere in the mix of there. And after that, it falls off tremendously. Anyway. Somebody asked us this, Josh and Angel, they have a question for you too. I think this is interesting because Usher, the way he hugged Alicia Keys caused quite an uproar.
Lord
So the
Jesus.
question for us, Josh, is how would you feel about Usher being on your girl like that performing? And the question for you, Angel, how would you feel if Usher was up on you like that while performing? So let's start with you, Josh. Usher's.
She's just going to have that moment.
She's baking the cake and then he's like, I'm your work husband.
I mean, she can have the moment, but ain't no job furthermore. There's just self-employed,
That's the
unemployed.
last job.
I'm going to tell you what I would do. And I thought about this because we were going to Usher's concert. I was like, because of who I am, he's like, I might dance with Miss Kev on stage. I told Melissa this when we were talking about it the other day. Usher exists outside of the world as a sentient sexual being. Mm-hmm. He has dalliances during the show, and you let Usher dalliance. It's not representative of anything that's happening afterward. You can't compete with Usher holding your girl.
You got to let the dallies dalliance.
Baby, you got to let it happen. You can't fight it because you might be at the other end of a song.
Right. I'm not going to get a diss track written about me.
I'm not. Somebody said that your husband's looking for me.
That's not me.
Not me. Mm-mm. If he danced with Liz, baby, Liz, congratulations. Ain't no get back. Ain't no anger.
I'm going to just let it burn.
I'm going to let it burn. I'm not going to get caught up. I would not have that. I mean, it's not like I want it my way, but it's Usher.
Hey.
It's Usher, y'all. He exists
This is what he
solely.
does.
You see Alicia Keys' face?
He's done it to Art Lennox. He's done it to...
He does it to everyone. You can't fight it. You can't. Your hands are too short to box with God.
However,
What?
her smile was a little too joyous.
She enjoyed it.
Somebody
Why
said,
would
I ain't
she?
seen a woman that happy since Ghost and Angela. That's your work
She
husband.
kikied all the way home.
And Usher has a full girlfriend. He's got
a wife. They got married.
Oh, yeah, they got married at Vegas?
Yes.
That man's just at work.
I would not, performance-wise, as a performer to performer, I was just like, oh, this makes sense. Like, people do music videos together with folk that they are not married to.
Absolutely. Somebody
and
had
they
a
be
fry
married.
on scissors butt.
Yeah.
A fry. It's not passing health code.
Definitely not.
So, performer to performer, I don't see no problem with it. Usher concert, I'm not about to let Usher rub on me in front of my husband. If my husband's not there, Usher's going to rub up on me.
So Usher, you're in Vegas, right? You go to the tour. You got floor seat money.
Yeah.
Usher's like, hey, Angel, one margarita. He comes down. The band does your song. He pulls you up to the stage. You're not going? Because you know once you're up there, there's nothing Marcus can do.
Oh, I'm going.
So Usher starts to grind and you're like, no.
If I'm performing, that's performer to performer.
No.
That's what I'm telling you.
You're not performing.
Well, they
called
played my
you up.
song.
Okay, your song's out.
Okay.
Angel, come on up. Caught up, got me feeling it.
Yeah.
And he's this. And you're going to be like, Marcus doesn't like this.
If
Marcus
Usher's
doesn't
doing
like
that,
this.
This is going to be me.
She's going to make her own space.
You're lying. You are not going to do that. You are a
Nigga, yes, I
dancer,
would.
Angel.
Yeah, and I'm going to make sure my dance moves are not ones that are conducive to rub. Like, this is different. Alicia Keys literally just stayed right there in the pocket, right there. You know what you can't rub up on? Someone doing the splits. I would have dropped right into them bitches. I'd be like, yeah, I would have bent him over.
So you the one doing the bending.
I'm the one doing the bending. I'm the one. Pow, pow, pow,
Angel would
pow.
have knocked the girl off the pole.
I thought about this because we was at Usher's thing and we were close. And this was like when he was in the residency. And it was like Issa, it was R. It was like show after show. It was like, who's he gonna do next? And I would just be like, and then people gonna record me. I want to be like,
Ryan.
why is your nose bleeding? Oh, it's anytime I get hot, my nose starts bleeding.
It's just like me and Marcus can go to the strip club together, but he's not. We're not. You're not about to get a lap dance in front of me. If you go to the strip club without me, go absolutely get
So
a
what
lap
if he
dance.
goes to the VIP?
We going to the. You're not leaving me in the strip club by myself somewhere. No.
So it's just the visualizer of it.
Yeah, I'm not. As Marcus said, I can get my appetite wherever as long as I come home to eat. I'm just not gonna sit there and salivate. Like that's the only thing. So if Usher pulled me up on stage, if he was like, I am just going. It's going to be the silliest time he's ever had. He's
Listen.
going to be like, I was trying to be sexy, and I'll be like, this is funny now, huh?
I trust Melissa wholeheartedly. I know she loves Usher. A lot of my homegirl, pretty much, I don't know anybody who doesn't like Usher. If it would just have to happen. Quick, before we move on, Beyonce was in a Verizon commercial. What'd you say she got paid, Joshy?
Allegedly, reportedly, $30 million.
Church meal.
Her Ben Affleck got $10 million for the Dunkin' Donuts commercial. Now, there were some people, she dropped 2 country songs, 16 Carriages and...
Well, pop country.
No, Josh.
No,
Straight country on
Her
the
team
chart.
submitted it as pop.
I seen it on the country charts as country.
On Apple Music?
On Apple Music.
It's
They were
in
number
both-
1 and
it's
2.
in both, though, because they got to keep the format open.
Oh, okay. But anyway.
But they are country, like, sonically, they're country songs. though.
Sonically country. Listen to both of them. Had a great time. The Yeehaw agenda is alive and well. My cowboy hat is ready. There were a few people who, and I don't, well, I'll tell you my thoughts afterward, who felt like Beyonce, because her commercial came out
Right after.
Usher, and then she dropped the songs during the Super Bowl. People started tweeting,
Yeah.
the music, 329, Act 2.
Yeah.
I thought Act 2 was the movie this whole time. Obviously, I haven't been paying attention. But there were some people who criticized her and said she took away from Usher's moment.
Because people want to criticize her. It doesn't matter. Last week they were mad at her because she wasn't looking at Fantasia while Fantasia sang. This week is going to be Usher. Next week it'll be that blonde hair. You don't want to be black.
They already said that. Tina Knowles said the music is on Tidal, Title. And I said, that's your mama.
Yes.
She don't know how Tidal is
Y'all
spelled.
get over there.
Get over to the Tidal. I'm
Yes.
sure y'all know how to do your little internet, what you call.
Yes.
My thing is, by the time Beyonce dropped music, Usher's moment was over.
It
The
was.
halftime show is over.
He completed it.
It's over. We know he's going on tour. He dropped an album before
Coming home.
Talk about stealing moments. Whoever won the Super Bowl stole Usher's moment. I mean, I don't.
Actually, he stole the Super Bowl's moment.
100%.
At the party I was at, and I mean no one.
That game was trash.
Maybe
though.
me, Marcus, Chance, and maybe Los. And the first half wasn't the best part of it. The second half was much more interesting. When I tell you, when Usher came on, the DJ stopped, everybody turned around. The moment he went off, they was like, so anyway,
went
what I told
right
you,
on back.
if you want to have boiled cauliflower, you're going to lose the nutrients.
Yes.
It was just like-
We weren't paying no attention. We saw the moment that it was about to go into overtime.
Yep.
And then we saw the moment where it was like, oh, there's a winner. That's it.
They were singing Happy Birthday to Tab when Patrick Mahomes threw that interception. I was the only person. I was like, oh, there was like,
I know. I heard
we is
you.
over here
I was
singing.
like,
I was
why
like,
are you over? You are ruining. You're stealing her moment.
I stole her moment. Because I really want to, listen, this is what I need to ask about Super Bowl parties from now on. Are y'all watching the game for real? Because I watched the game for real.
But you could have. Nobody was stopping you.
I know, but the Happy Birthday people, whoever sang that, was not aware of what was happening.
Did it?
The Chiefs were marching down. Nobody cared. They were like, it's Tab's birthday. I said, man, can y'all put her behind the TV so we can sing and look? Y'all got her happy birthday. Ain't no TVs over here.
But why, when she made her grand entrance, did Amar just completely ruin it? I said,
What do you mean?
Tab was coming
It's
out
his
the house.
entrance.
And then all of a sudden, I was like, I haven't seen my son this entire time. And now he's standing in front of Tab with the dog.
The great dog, man. What do you want him to do?
He was like, oh, there's my friend. I was like, I have no control over my children.
Are you downloading? Are you going to get the country album on 329?
Of course.
Are you a big country fan?
Absolutely not. No. I'm sure this will be my least favorite of her albums, but I'll support it.
She's gonna have Morgan Wallen up in arms.
Her songs were trending above his.
Oh yeah.
I'm not.
She's gonna be at the Country Music Awards, and they gonna be like, "You get your black behind over there." I'm ready. I love daddy lessons. I love country music. They tell some good stories.
Tennessee Whiskey?
Tennessee Whiskey is my jam for sure. For sure, you're right on. I'm with you when you're right.
Taylor Swift?
What?
Yeah, that's right. I'm buying the actual CD. Well, somebody
That's pop country, ain't it?
She started as country though, but she crossed over to pop for sure.
Okay, because does she still trend on the country charts?
I don't know.
I don't think she got any country songs. Somebody asked me this, but I want you to answer it. Would you all get up on stage with Janet Jackson?
No, absolutely not. Under no circumstances. Have y'all seen what Janet does?
She be doing too much.
She will strap you to the thing.
Yeah.
She does. I cannot be in that situation. I've had this thought already.
Okay, tell me why you can't be in this.
I cannot be held liable for the way my body responds to stimuli. This is not reflective of who I am as a husband or a father. This is just the man in me responding to sensual stimuli. I cannot be held liable. Ain't no telling what would happen. You ain't finna have my hands locked up. I got to be free to worship God.
To worship God?
Absolutely. Janet, touch my hand, I'd be like, get off me, Demita Joe. Take this man or that man to take Alyssa.
But she can't take you.
She climbs on men.
She got fans
She
foaming at the mouth to be on that
Those
stage,
men
man.
have never prior and will never have a heterosexual experience, and they don't even touch her. That is it for them.
Are you? So you wouldn't go?
Absolutely not.
Oh yes, you would, Josh.
Angel.
In a committed relationship, absolutely not, Angel.
Angel, I would be like, no. I said no. And I would push a man next to me up, or a woman. I would not go. And I'm being dead serious. I would not go. She got on men and grind.
Yeah.
She touched him. The guy was like, he closed his eyes.
It's Janet Jackson.
Everybody, I know. Everybody would, even at her age right now today, never.
Okay, so what's the difference between that and an on-screen sex scene?
I'm at work. Somebody's handing me money for this, or I'm paying for it
What
myself.
if they're like, Kevin, we want to pay you for a public appearance to Janet Jackson's concert?
Nope.
And she was like, come on stage, come up here.
No.
She's like, marriage be hard,
Because
but what else?
everybody,
What else?
I would have my meat taped down. Like, I'm talking about, you know how women tape their boobs down, or sports bra, I have my meat
Yes.
taped down.
Everything.
You would not feel nothing. She would smell so much duct tape. Stick. I would have to soak in a tub for 2 days to get that tape off. If I knew ahead of time, my legs would be together. and take my hands down. No, absolutely
Somebody
not.
said, you got to tell her no.
I'm
got to tell her no.
Absolutely not. With love and respect, Queen. I got to go home.
She's such a
People gonna have all them cameras on the thing. Look at Kev on stage, and they gonna have to be writing think pieces about me. I can't be held
You
liable.
gotta focus and just be like, nope, this is just prayer.
Nothing I can think about. Roaches, death, destruction, guts. My body would be like, this is great, guys. We don't got to deal with the consequences.
Right.
This is just hormonal activity, testosterone, blood flow. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I believe that you wouldn't. I feel like Josh would be like, if Imar was like, go ahead.
No, because that go ahead ain't no real go ahead. You
Go
know
ahead.
that already,
Don't
Josh.
never be go ahead.
Go ahead don't never be go ahead.
She might as well say okay. Okay.
And she's like, go ahead, Josh. It's Janet
No,
Jackson.
if you want to, if that's what you think you should be doing,
When-
then you'd be like, nah. We having this conversation in the concert while everybody's watching. Go ahead, Josh. No, thank you. With respect and love. I'll be doing this. Grace and peace, Miss Jackson. No. Y'all crazy. Y'all so crazy. Josh is smarter than that.
Hey, just no shot. No.
It's a trap. Like that dude on Star Wars.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. You'll never listen. Let me tell you why. You get in the car on the way home from that. Wow, you had a lot of fun up there. See, you ain't never done that. You ain't never done that with me. You don't have this contraption. You ain't never had your arms tied up.
Marcus would have took that L. He'd be like, just bust me upside my head in the car.
Absolutely not.
He'd
I'm
be
not
like,
gonna
just be mad.
I'm not gonna let you have that over me forever.
Oh yeah, he'd be like, it was worth it. Yep, I'm a piece of shit. Yep. Yep, I am.
Even if we were at Coachella and Usher just pulled Melissa up and she came back down, he said, ladies and gentlemen, Janet Jackson. She was like, Kev, your turn. No. It's not. It's the double standard. It's not the same for me. It's not the same. They could do the same
The
thing to
double
both of them.
standard does not.
It will
It's
not
off the table.
work. It's not gonna be. Oh, you had a good time. You did it first.
It'll
No,
be
but-
apples to apples,
So you just-
and it's not.
Listen, this is what Melissa. This is the ideology. Usher does Melissa, same activity. Whatever the same is the same. Janet does it to me, and we were like, oh, it's crazy, huh? Like, so you just did that to get back at me?
Wait.
You trying to make Melissa seem insane? She's not insane, Kevin.
She's very sane. That's the logical part is what it is. Nah, no. You had big fun. Big fun down in Baltimore.
Somebody says, has Janet ever pulled a woman on stage?
I don't know. I've only if she has, I've never seen those videos go viral.
Yeah, but Janet be like, you gonna remember this for the rest of your life.
What?
February is the month of love, so why not show your love to your skin? Most skincare routines only deliver superficial results, but thanks to today's sponsor, OneSkin, you get a scientifically proven treatment that improves the appearance and health of your skin on a cellular level. The secret? OneSkin's proprietary OS01 peptide. It's the first ingredient scientifically proven to reduce the buildup of senescent cells, those notorious zombie cells that contribute to the skin aging. Fewer zombie cells mean healthier, younger looking skin with fewer lines and wrinkles, reduce age spots, and a stronger natural barrier. Something that's important, especially important at this time of year. Your skin does so much for you. Return the favor with OneSkin. For a limited time, our listeners get an exclusive 15% off OneSkin purchase using the code SK when you check out at oneskin.co. Invest in health and longevity of your skin with OneSkin. I absolutely love OneSkin. It's super duper easy to add to my daily skincare routine. And first of all, the bottles are so sleek. They're so amazing, but also the proof is in the pudding. We be trying to, keep it looking youthful, keep it looking young. No zombies over here. In a third-party 12-week clinical study performed by a third-party research organization, OS01 Face was clinically proven to strengthen the skin barrier, improve skin health markers, and diminish visible lines of aging. Wrinkles were diminished in 87% of users. OneSkin is more than skincare. It's about skin longevity, targeting the root causes of aging to help you look and feel better at every age. Get started today with 15% off using code SK at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code SK. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. It's time to expect more from your skincare routine. Invest in the health of your skin with OneSkin.
All right, moving on. We talked about this on tour, but there's been some more developments since.
Yes.
Now, here's the question, right? I've been seeing that we're talking about Shannon Sharp and Club Shay Shay. And I've been doing some reach outs for Church Kev Kev to see if I can get some scoops from the gospel industry. No replies as of yet.
Dang. Really?
But I'll update you. Yeah, I hit up Shirley Caesar, but she ain't hit me back.
Dang.
There's this thought that I've seen. Shannon Sharp is destroying the black community, the black comedy community with his show. People really say that, and they're blaming him. I believe that if you've watched those interviews, namely the Cat one and the Monique one, because he's had other comedians on prior. He had Sed, he had Steve, he had Ricky Smiley.
Yeah.
That none of those destroyed the black community. I believe Monique and Cat both had things on their heart that they were going to say regardless of what Shannon was going to ask them. I do believe more with Monique than Kat, and I'm not even saying Shannon is a journalist or he's approaching this from a journalistic point of view. He has said that. But from an interview point of view with Monique, he went outside of I asked the question, you answer, and he was like, I'm going to take some sides sometimes. I still believe the guest decides what to say, how much to say, and how to say it. Shannon's job is to book great guests and to get great sound bites and to get people to watch all the way through. As a content creator, I'm like, this is gold. And I will take no responsibility for what my guest says, right? That's you. I ask the questions. There's a way to evade an answer. But anyway, Monique's interview, if you didn't watch all 3 hours like me and Angel did, it boils down to a couple of things. Long-standing beef with Usher.
Oprah, Tyler Perry.
She shot at Tiffany Haddish. She shot at
D.L. Hughley.
She shot at Will Packer.
Will Packer.
The wigs blew up. She presented receipts.
Yes, she did.
She said when she was shooting Almost Christmas, the trailers blew up. And I was like, and she was like, I'm going to post a video on Instagram. She posted it on Instagram and the trailers had blown up. I said, what dang? She told the audience, and Shannon agreed, that she had audio of Tyler Perry admitting that I don't know exactly what she said he admitted in that audio, but she alluded to it that he admitted to starting the rumor about her being hard to work with, which she credits for. She doesn't say she was blackballed, but she does say, you cost me a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right? And Shannon was like, yes, I heard the audio. They didn't play the audio. I don't know. It's illegal in California to do, and I don't know how she got it. But it's illegal in California to do a one-way recording. That means if I record Angel without her knowledge, it's illegal to do that. It's not illegal in every state. That's why you can't shoot hidden camera shows in LA, but you can shoot them in Vegas.
They was about to say in Kentucky you can shoot one way, so that's why like Uber drivers usually record their rides and everything. So she just recorded the conversation wherever she was at, and there you have it.
Yeah. So go ahead.
But as far as into the topic of Shannon Sharpe destroying the black comedian community, I don't give him that much credit. I do think he now sees that he has a platform that people like to be messy on. And he is not pushing away from that. He's actually leaning in, which makes a good business sense. I mean, that's what Wendy Williams, she leaned into all of the mess, and that's why everybody watched her, because they knew she will let the moments get uncomfortable. And she is not going to be like, no, you can't say that. She's going to be like, what else?
She reminds me of you, and a lot of her, the way she approaches business. Angel on her scale, and I don't mean Angel's difficult to work with, but what Angel is going to advocate for what's right and what's fair. And it's as simple as, and I remember we were shooting the challenge show.
Are you talking about Wendy or Monique?
No, Monique.
Okay, I thought you were saying that.
No.
I was like, how is
Angel's
that?
like, if we're shooting, Angel, she says we're shooting the challenge show, we were shooting a paintball episode, it was a very hot day, and it was a very physical activity. And we have to like shoot the stuff, then we have to do talking heads. So that's one of the reasons we haven't done that show again. It is a very difficult shoot because you're never really off. You are either shooting the activity, you're either talking on the camera, and the way that show was shot, we stand behind each other while we do the talking heads. So there's really 12 hours of nonstop shooting, and that's very uncommon. When I shoot scripted stuff, and you, Angel, you can attest, you shoot your scenes, there's time for the camera to move. There's just a lot more downtime. Even if you're shooting all day, the scripted is not like that. Yeah. So anyway, Angel was like, look, y'all, when we have a break, can y'all please get us a chair? Because we giving you everything we want, but
we are running, dodging bullets, getting hit,
getting shot, and paintballs hurt.
Yes, they do.
And I was like, you know what? Yes, I would like a chair. I was right with Angel. It was our show. It was like, if we could have a chair, that would be nice. So she reminded me of you with her claim, and I feel like this is the first time she went into detail, like clear detail about what her claim was against Oprah and Tyler Perry and Lionsgate, and it was like. Essentially, she had shot Precious, and she said she got paid $50,000 for that, and she didn't have a problem with that. And then she did the required promotional things. If you have never shot a film or a TV show, there's usually in your contract, especially if you're like the lead, you get paid to shoot and promote the film. It's usually all in one, and they list out certain obligations and usually the time window for them. That's why, like when you have a Marvel film promotion, you'll see like. Robert Downey Jr. and them, they shoot all kinds of promo. They got to go to the screen. There's all kinds of stuff they got to do. So what happened was Lionsgate had picked up the film because it was originally independent. And Lionsgate wanted her to do additional promo. And they want her to go to Cannes. And she was like, I don't want to do that. And they were like, we'll fly you out. You can stay a week. She was like, I want to spend time with my family. And she was like, are you going to pay me? And they were like, we don't make a habit of paying people to promote. And she was like, well, then I don't make a habit of working for free. Right? Fair. The problem is, in this industry, people do that all the time. And a lot of times, just because people do things a lot, people ask for it and expect it when it's actually, they are not obligated to do it. But people just do things they're not obligated to do so much. It feels unusual if you don't do it. But Monique was like, no, y'all bought it. Y'all want to promote it. If you want me to do more, pay me more. I've done what I need to do. And I respect that because I don't like to do things I'm not obligated to do either.
Correct.
Right? Especially in this age. Early in my career, I was like, yes, anything you want to do, anything. But as I've grown, I'm just like, no y'all
I'm
not.
done.
People, I remember I've been on some sets, they try to get a little TikTok and we didn't agree to that. Like, no, I built that platform. If you want that type of video, you got to outline that in the contract. And I'm not trying to be difficult, but people will take advantage of you
100%.
going along to get along.
Absolutely.
And they'll get something, they'll boost that and pay all kinds of money. And you got to tell them no. You got to tell them no. So she said Tyler and Oprah essentially called her and was like, can we do it? And she said she felt like, I told them no. And they was like, well, I can get them. So she was more resounding in her no. And she asked Tyler and Oprah, if y'all want me to go, pay me. And they both declined. So she declined. And from her, that was the beginning of the difficulty in their relationship. Now you want to talk about what happened when she won that Oscar, which I did not know until this interview.
So I knew about this part. After she won the Oscar, everybody, Monique is really becoming a household name, not just for Black folk, but like everybody's paying attention to her. So, unfortunately, from the sentiment that Monique was saying, she has very opportunistic family, a toxic, opportunistic, biological family. She was molested by her brother when she was younger. He reached out to the Oprah Winfrey show and asked to come on to, apologize face-to-face to Monique, but also to help other families prevent their children from being molested by telling them like the things to look out for. Monique was like, I want no parts of this. And Oprah was like, I can scratch the show. Monique was like, no, because he could be a changed person and this could actually help someone. So the issue comes in when Monique sees the promo for the show, the episode, and she not only sees her brother, she sees her mother and her father. And she says in her interview that her and Oprah, one of the things they bonded over is that they had an intimate conversation about their mothers and their relationship with their mothers and the type of people their mothers were. And a lot of these things are not good things. And she was like, I would have never agreed to let my mother come on that show. And she was like, that was never said to me. So she felt betrayed, like she was only being told part of the story when there was more to the story. And she even says Barbara Walters declined to interview her brother because she was like, this is your moment. This is not about him. This is not about whatever type of thing he's trying to do. So for Monique, from that point on, she definitely felt some type of way because she's just like, why would you not tell me that important detail? Yeah. Now with Tyler, the issue comes into effect when there was a conversation they were having, and I was on the phone. This is what she recorded. That Tyler Perry admitted to starting. This is what she said. I haven't heard the recording. Have you heard the recording? No. I haven't heard the recording. She said that Tyler admitted to starting a rumor that she was difficult to work with. Mm-hmm. He also said that he would apologize, that him and Oprah would apologize publicly. Yep. None of that ever happened. So to this day, she feels as though what Tyler said that he had did, because she lost the job she was supposed to play, according to her, she was offered the role of Cookie on Empire. That offer was rescinded. Lee Daniels told her that the network said that they heard she was too difficult to work with, so they handed it over to Taraji P. Henson. Same thing with The Butler. It was another Lee Daniels movie that she wanted to be a part of, and Oprah was like, actually, I want to play that role. And Lee Daniels was like, Oprah got the money, Mo. And that's, you know what? I know something that nobody's calling out.
Please share.
Is Lee.
Oh, yeah, he got away scot-free.
He did apologize.
He did.
And that's the reason why I think she's like, I ain't going to say nothing bad about him. But it's just like, if you're saying, because her whole thing is, and I think this is where she gets like, people are like, nah, Mo. She said this in the interview, and I said, this explains a lot about you. She says, if I'm friends with someone, and then someone comes and tells me that my friend did something to offend them, I'm going to go to my friend and say, I'm not going to be able to mess with you. I'm not going to be able to communicate with you until you make this right.
Make it right?
That to me is a little bit of bullshit.
Just a little bit?
Just a little bit. And not to say that you shouldn't hold your friends accountable, But if you think that your friendship should be dictated, because in her mind, she said, if you did it to this person, it's only a certain amount of time before you do it to me. I think that logic has a lot of fallacies in it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I felt like a word problem.
Meaning,
I don't do good at math. Once the question gets to the third sentence, I just be like 6.
Meaning, so this is a little different because this is a little different. Let me give, let's see here. I'm trying to think of someone who's an acquaintance of both of ours. Who's an acquaintance, not a close friend, but an acquaintance.
That we both know?
Yeah, that we both know.
And we don't know them more than the other?
Yeah.
Let's just say Baby Yoda, for the sake of argument.
Baby Yoda.
Because he's on my desk, but you know what I'm saying? He's about the same distance.
So me and you are good friends.
Okay.
Baby Yoda comes up to me and says, hey, Kev, he stole my idea. He made a movie and made all this money.
On original content.
Yeah.
On original content.
And Monique is saying that her, as your friend, would be like, I can't F with you until you make this right.
With Baby Yoda.
Yes.
Got it.
And that she said, because for her, it's whatever you do to someone else, you'll eventually do to me.
Okay.
And the only reason why I say there's fallacies in it is because that makes everything black and white.
And that's not how people are. And I'm
exactly.
Listen, we're not even. There's this old thing that I love. It says nobody is the same to any two people.
Right.
Like my relationship with Angel is not the same with my relationship with Josh. My relationship with each of my children is different. My relationship with Baby Yoda is not the same as Captain Levi or Aaron Yeager or Elle.
Yeah.
They're all different. But I do agree that one, that's not true. Mm-hmm. And two, I guess Kevin Hart is the Baby Yoda in this thing.
No, and so was Lee Daniels.
Yeah, no, true. Because Kevin Hart, she said he had tried to make it right with Tyler and Oprah on Monique's behalf and went to them and they were like, nah. And he was like, I don't know what to do. Like,
yeah. And she's like, she feels like, at least it's what I got from the interview.
Yeah.
She feels like he didn't keep pressing towards either trying to make it right or doing a project with her because he aligned a project with Tyler.
Yep.
And I do feel like it's so even in the point of where she was just like, Shannon, you need to have them come on here. So, and I will sit right beside. It's a lot of, I need other people to also view them wrong so that will make them do right by me.
Yeah, got it. I just got the answer.
Okay.
It was 13.
Yep.
But yes, it's now clear to me.
That's that is the only part of her complaints and stuff that kind of throws me a little bit. And it's not that I don't get why she's doing it, but I feel like that is what sometimes makes it harder for people to side with her because it sometimes feels like, so you want me to now fix this?
It felt like this is what we were saying. Me and you were saying this, not people. But when her beef with Netflix went public, she was asking people to boycott.
Yes, that's
and
what I was saying.
Like,
yeah.
I feel you, but I don't, one, that's not my beef. And two, I don't know that it's going to make a lot of difference. And three, I'm watching The Office.
If she would have said boycott said movie, it'd be a little different.
Yeah. And that's where, and listen, Monique has her right to feel how she feel and do what she does. The other thing that people are saying that I did see this morning, a person claiming to be her son on TikTok. I cannot prove that man is her son, but let's, for the sake of argument, say it is. He had a lengthy, it was like a 10-minute interview. I mean, I'm sorry, a 10-minute TikTok clip. Because usually after about 2 minutes, I got to check the time on that. That thing said 9:50. Yeah, that said, whew, it's about as long as the interview.
Right, everybody along with it.
But essentially, and I'll be honest, I have no memory of seeing Monique with any of her children on anything. I didn't even really know she had kids like that. I think she mentioned grandbaby, so obviously I know she has some children. But it's not like I don't ever remember seeing her. Like Steve Harvey, I've seen him with his kids. Ricky, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much people who have kids, or I've heard them reference a lot. Yeah. In his TikTok, he was basically saying that and I'm paraphrasing heavily because it's a 10-minute video. You can find it, I'm sure, if you search for it. Essentially, he was saying he wants his mom to stop saying that she wants to reconcile with him because they both have decided that they are not going to reconcile. And he was like, I'm not wanting reconciliation either, but I'm not going around saying I want reconciliation. She is going around saying it, making it seem like, and he said, the door's always open, or the phone, something like that. The door's always open, or I'm ready when he's ready, I believe is what he said. And he was just like, y'all, now, Mom, we don't have that type of relationship. And he said something that I thought was really interesting. He was like, his younger siblings have a different relationship with Monique as a mother. And he was like, I'm not even trying to make them have my beef because their representation of her is based on their relationship with her. And he actually said, I want them to continue having it. He's like, I hope they can see her as she is, but that's not my relationship with her. And that's the same thing with my birth father. His other kids, they know a totally different father. They know a version that tucks them in at night. I don't know that man that way. So it's not my place to be like, your dad ain't never come play baseball with me. Because that for them, that man is the world's greatest dad. But that's not my relationship with him. So I could see how the oldest sibling of a parent, and my birth father has, admitted wrong and stuff, and he's been like, on the
trying to mend
and doing the heavy lifting. Candace Bimbo said that. She was like, if you are a toxic parent and you've had a bad relationship with your kids and you are the reason to mend things, it's not enough to say the phone works both ways. You need to do more of the work to undo.
I hear it, yes.
Sorry, it's the T thing.
Okay, sorry. Y'all need to undo the damage you did, and then maybe the phone can work both ways. But you can't just be like, I know I was never there for you. It'd be like my birth father would be like, I know I was never there for you, but now the phone works both ways. Well, nigga, it always worked both ways.
Always.
And I'm used to it not working.
You know it didn't work both ways? Your sperm shooting up out of your body. That was a one-way train that you took.
So don't put it on me now. And honestly, I can say, at least for me, I'm not speaking for him. After a while, like you can yearn and yearn and yearn, but after a while, you can be like, all right,
I'm good.
I have only known this life. And I'm grateful my mom married Willie D because Willie D is a great father. And I think that made it easier for me. But he would have no relationship with me if he wanted me to be calling him.
Absolutely.
Like, boy, you crazy?
But so back to the Mo. You know me well enough that I can have beef with somebody, and that doesn't mean that the next person needs to have that output. I am very much so like, this is my personal feeling.
My beef, you can be the best friends with them.
Yeah, that is fine.
Yeah.
Eventually, yes. Eventually, at some point in time, if it seems like birds of a feather, but that's me. That's me then looking at the other person's actions to see if there's mirroring.
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I honestly feel as though outside of me feeling like she has every right to feel how she feels and that her feelings are legitimate, it does low-key bother me because that's all you heard was her talk about. And then this person called, because who did she say before? She said it was a woman who had called Tyler. Oh, a T.S. Madison.
No, Lee.
Called Lee.
She was the reason that she went to Lee and was like, you need to fix this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of having other people mediate and do the bidding for you that I just personally don't rock with because sometimes it's just not going to work. It's you know what it is?
What is it?
It's exactly what she got mad about Lionsgate doing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I got that word problem.
Okay.
Yeah,
she won't do it. Y'all
go and
get
do
her
it.
to do
and
it.
How she felt towards Tyler and them is basically that's a good point.
So that's what I'm saying. It's just the same type of thing of Stephanie Mills was the other one. The same type of thing that she was like, if I said no, like why y'all coming over here to try to do it for me? It's the same thing. If they're saying F you, we not apologizing. Why are you sending somebody else over there to do the bidding? That's the only
And one more thing I want to say about the Shannon Sharpe of it all. So Mike Epps was on stage this weekend. Also, Monique and Kat did some time this weekend. Monique says she apologized to Oprah and Tyler in her video. Wasn't a straight up apology.
Oh my God, it wasn't. It wasn't.
She said, when I told y'all to suck my meat, I didn't tell you to lick my nuts. And I said, well, technically, it's an apology, but I believe it was a little tongue in cheek.
Yeah, definitely. Wait a minute. Go ahead. I was going to say, Atia, we don't know. She said it's not an equal analogy. These people offered their help. We don't know if Tyler and Oprah offered their help or not, or if they were sent. Monique is assuming.
Oh yeah,
they jumped in. They don't know if she doesn't know if Lionsgate said, "Could you all please do us this favor" or not?
Right. Mike Epps made some jokes about Shannon he said that Shannon called him to be on Club Shay Shay.
He called him a Dia.
And he called him a Dia, heavily insinuated some femininity things about him, sexuality, heavily insinuated some things. Shannon got up on Nightcap with Ocho, and he was like, it was funny because he said, now listen to me, mofo. I'm going to see you. And we're going to be at All-Star.
Yeah.
And he heavily insinuated that it would be a physical altercation. Quick aside, my worst nightmare is making a joke, and the person who's a responsible, intended target of that joke is physically stronger than me and then threatens me to a fight.
Really?
Oh, my God. That nigga,
Conan.
somebody...
My ear.
Somebody said on Twitter, George Foster said, now, nigga, y'all play with Shannon Sharp if you want. Them boys grew up in Georgia with no floor. They country strong.
Country.
You can watch Shannon. He's still strong today, right? Might have had to have a new hip.
Yeah.
So Mike Epps had made a video, and Mike Epps, he deleted it now. He was like, look, I'm going to be at All-Star. I'm from Indianapolis. I'm from Indiana. I'm going to be at All-Star, but there ain't going to be no fighting. Okay? And if a man ain't fighting, what else is he doing?
He said it's going to be blank, 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 blank.
And I said, now, hold on now. So, and Mike did say in that video, he was like, nah, I will tell the truth. I did DM Shannon to get on Club Shay Shay because you brought my name up in the Cat Williams interview, which I don't even remember. That's 6 hours of content with just 2 interviews.
Yeah.
My brain already said, man, you got to remember to pick the kids up. You got to get some of this stuff out of here. So, but then Shannon apologized and said Unc and Mike are going to meet up at All-Star and talk it out. Because I felt like y'all threatening to fight in gun violence over this little too much.
It seemed like 13-year-old behavior. You know how sometimes when you're a teenager, you can't really control your rage and your feelings, so everything is big.
Yeah.
Everything is and it's just like
That's Kaya.
right. It's just like, y'all, like, come on. Yeah, the joke, you ain't got to like the joke, Shannon, and you could definitely.
Well, the thing is, Shannon said, my grandma told me not to chase a lie, but you lied on my name. So I'm going to tell you lied. I said, you just said your grandma said not to chase a lie. But then Mike Epps lied, according to you chasing the lie.
So everything is
it was
so
once,
nasty.
it was giving very much, ain't nobody ever turned down $50 million. I turned down $50 million 4 times.
Monique had one of those moments in her interview, and it made me laugh because she was like, you know, she was big up in Cat Williams, right? Mm-hmm. She said, you know, she was like, Cat Williams sat here and told the truth because people can't hear 5'5" giants, right? And then she said, you know, Cat said that don't nobody come out to LA and just get a show. She was like, 2 months after coming out to LA, I was off at the Parkers. And I was like, wait. So you saying he don't know what he's talking about when it comes to that? That like that just wasn't his story?
Well, listen, you've been in the industry longer than me. I done seen some people get some shows rather quickly.
Oh, absolutely. No, you can absolutely get a show very fast. If you have the right people and you're able to swoon the right folk in the room. Like I didn't get my own show, but they wrote a character for me for ER. That's how I ended up on there.
Nurse on Archer?
Yes.
Was written?
Yes.
Nice.
So like I had no reason to really been contending for that part, but because the right people were a fan of me, they were like, no, we want her on here.
I don't know if y'all remember a comedian named Sarah Cooper. She did really good Donald Trump like act outs during the pandemic. When she would use his voice, which was not all, but TikTok was heavily this at that time. And she would act out what he said. She got a Netflix special, a show,
she got a book
deal. Josh, she ran it up and she was like, she had already had a book prior. She got all of that from basically 3 to 6 months of the perfect videos. And again, just like you were just saying, perfect timing. The pandemic, we're all at home. She has a certain skill, and she's still she announced a new show like a week or 2 ago. Like so I can say, you can say, it doesn't always take years and years of plotting to get a show in LA. It doesn't mean it's going to last long, but sometimes people get that first thing. Chris Tucker, the rumor about Chris Tucker is not rumor, the road, his Def Comedy Jam 10-minute special, almost led directly to Friday. Friday led directly to Rush. I mean, it went from boom to 20 million. I think he got 20 million for the second Rush Hour, if I'm not mistaken, either second or third. He might have got 20 million twice.
Even if we look at Quinta Brunson, if we were to now, obviously we've seen her act her butt off online as far as in her sketches, but when it comes to building a traditional acting resume, she went from a Black Lady sketch show to her own show that she created.
Yeah.
That is not the typical path. People might want to be like, she been on this road a long time in a sense.
Right.
But in the sense of traditional Hollywood media, she got to skip some steps because the right people liked her work. The right people liked what they had seen, regardless of whether or not she had the credentials inside of Hollywood per se. But at the end of the day, I hope Monique gets some retribution. I don't think she will, but I would love for her to get some money. If they didn't mess up her career, she deserves some money. I don't know how good the apology from Oprah is actually going to feel. I know she wants it, but I don't know if it's going to bring about the resolution.
Especially for what she had to do to get there.
Yeah. It's just eventually it's just like, how is it going to feel good to get? I know that money will feel good, so that's the one thing that I'm like, I hope you get that.
1,000%.
That money gonna feel real good.
Also, shout out to Abbott. They got renewed for
season 4.
Season 4, right? And they're 26 episodes, 22 to 26. Like,
they got them hefty episodes.
And they're about to start up tomorrow?
No, they started.
They already started last week. And they did an extra long episode. It was great.
That's
they're gonna be one season away from syndication. Maybe not, because they had a shortened season for the writers' room. But otherwise,
because of the writer's strike.
I mean, the writer's strike. Because 5 seasons of 26 episodes usually is 100 episodes syndication. They're going to be eating off that Abbott check for a good while. And kudos to you. It is very hard to sell a show to a network. You got to sell it. You got to get the pilot made. The pilot's got to be picked up. You have the short order. I think they had a short order first season, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't remember.
I think they had like 8 or 13 episodes. I don't think they had a full 26 the first season. So they might not be close to the 100 yet. They might need 6 seasons. But either way, to go through the writer's strike and come out like that, you remember the first writer's strike. Them shows are done.
Yeah.
The executives are like, all right, for no other, and the amount of shows getting canceled now. So it was so good to be like, she still got one, because she's giving a lot of people credits. Shout out to all the people on the show. But I mean, like, comedians we know be booking their shows. Tahir was on there. Brandy Denise was on there. Like,
she sure was.
Those opportunities generate other opportunities for other people. 100%. Without them black shows, a lot of black people don't work. Ain't no UPN.
Yeah.
Like it was. CW ain't CW like you used to CW.
Like, people didn't know, is it Ava?
Janelle Monáe.
Janelle
I got
James.
You.
Thank
Janelle
you.
James, friend of the podcast. We saw at the airport.
Oh my God.
That's that big four. It is smelling on you.
I really need to apologize to my grandma. It was really funny.
Apologize to me, you jackass.
My grandma, that was one of my first jokes.
Get the people out of the room. Let's start here.
Let's start with the one you pick on a daily basis.
I started with her way earlier.
Did you just do that?
You never did that?
Yes. I was like, why did you just... but a lot of people didn't know who she was. She's been a funny stand-up comedian for a long time.
I almost had her on Keep Your Distance.
I know, and then she was like, I booked a little
she
something.
Said, I got this pilot audition. I said, good luck. And when she told me what she booked, I said, well, dang.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, she's now a household name.
Absolutely.
Like, the whites and the blacks love her.
That show is popular. I was talking to Tony about it. He said he don't miss an episode ever.
It's so good. Even Everybody Hates Chris Boy.
Everybody hates Chris.
It is hard to get to like transition from a child actor into people taking you seriously as a adult actor. And here he is.
And he has abs.
Well, he's very thin man. So there's got to be some abs underneath there.
Also, it was funny. Me and Angel, well, it's supposed to just be me, been taking my show off. If you have a great show, I would take my shirt off and throw it in the crowd. And Angel did it too. And somebody said, man, somebody commented, Kev got money and started doing this. And somebody was like, you don't know Kev. And I was looking through my Facebook pictures yesterday, trying to find a picture of my sister in them Jermaine Dupri socks.
Kev.
And I seen some Playmakers videos from like 2012 or 11. We made a Capri Suns video when I had them tattoos on there. It's always been funny for me to take my shirt off.
The photos that Liz put on the thing for the Tacoma
Yes, your shirt
you
is
had
off.
your shirt off in that.
That's what somebody mentioned. Like, that's where somebody else was like, oh, Kevin's been doing this for a long time.
Yes. Body's changed. The shirt is still coming off.
Well, I was like, we're doing equity. The shirts come off for everybody. Josh, start taking your shirt off. Everybody should be topless by the end of the show. That's how we know it's great.
All right, we're going to go Patreon bonus episode right after this. Of course, while Angel and I are on tour and we have shows that weekend, we are doing the bonus and the main the same day. Generally, we do it Friday, usually the Friday of that week. But because the hotel Wi-Fi be trash and we don't want to shoot it and then upload it, we like y'all to be able to be here. We'll do that. Please watch Churchy. If you're not on the Patreon, we won't see you. We won't see you again until it
Next
airs.
Tuesday.
Even if you get the free thing when it comes out. Please watch it all the way through, just one time or 12.
Add it to favorites. Do all the stars, whatever
Do
you
anything.
can.
You can't comment on there, which is great because one thing that's kind of scary for me in Churchy is, your art's out there. Rotten Tomatoes is Rotten Tomatoing. IMDb, like, it's out of my control. People somebody gonna say Kev can't
your
act.
art's out
Somebody
there,
gonna say
but a lot of people's aren't. So.
Listen, it's up there for criticism now.
Yes.
That's what happens when some of your dreams come true. Some of the stuff that happens with that is negative.
No,
we
I
don't
think
thank
you
God
need-
for the grace.
I don't think you need to pay for it to count. Just as long as you have an account,
You don't have to pay.
with the free. It's like a free 7
You
day,
don't have to pay. It's okay, girl.
Hey,
I need you to watch that night. All right, we'll see y'all next week or right after this, depending on who you are.
got it.
Here's another banger for ya. Here's another one. Yeah. Here's another banger for ya. Here's another one. Yeah. Here's another banger for ya. Here's another banger for ya. With my boy Kev on stage and that chick Angel.